Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bokman's Vlog. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about slow growth versus fast growth versus smart growth. I have a saying that I've been saying my entire life basically work smarter, not harder. Now we live in a social media environment. Everybody's talking about hustle and grinding and work harder, harder, harder. I'm not saying don't work hard. I'm just saying work smarter. So, in my industry, which is real estate investing, wholesaling, there's a lot of talk about, building teams and fast growth and hiring assistants and people to do jobs that you may not even know how to do yourself. So when you think about growing a company, they say most companies either make it or fail in 3 years. There's a process there, right? There's a journey that you have to get through. Everybody has this mindset now that they want to be internet or overnight successes. That just doesn't happen. Maybe a very, very, very small 0.0001% of the population are lucky enough that they become overnight sensations. But for the majority of us, we need to be able to execute smartly. And I'll give you one example. In my industry, I see so many people telling other people that the only way to grow your business is to grow a team, have an assistant, get somebody to start cold calling. The problem is that you're asking somebody to build a team who has never built a team before. You're asking somebody to teach someone else how to cold call when they don't know how to cold call. You get what I'm doing here? You can't grow faster than the knowledge that's in your head. That's why it takes 1, 2, 3, 4 years until you can really build an actual business. And so for me, I prefer slow growth, slow and steady. A lot of people just want to make it happen overnight, and I get it. And that is one of the biggest reasons that people fail in my industry is because they're going balls to the wall right out the gate. And here's an example of that. For example, and I've mentioned this before in my videos, mail campaigns. Some people have the mindset. I have the mindset of slow and steady. So when I first started out, I was only doing about maybe 1,000 a month. Well, nowadays people are trying to do 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 a month right out the gate. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way because they have the expectations that they're going to do that right away, and the return is going to be just so huge from that one shotgun approach. I have investor friends of mine who we consult with one another. One of my good friends owns a digital marketing agency. He is doing extremely well. And we always talk about growth, and we always talk about expenses and things like that. And the other day I was mentioning to him, why don't you just spend more money on marketing? And what he said was, I would like to, but I'm not ready for the growth. If I just started to increase my marketing budget, I wouldn't be able to handle all the new leads and all the new opportunities. Things would slip through the crack with the previous ones. So it's all about slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. If you have the mindset that you're going to be overnight successful, I wish you all the best luck. All I'm saying is have a plan in place, right? So slow growth versus fast growth. Same thing with advertising online. Google ads, Facebook, whatever it is, just start. Whether it's $1 a day, $5 a day, and as month 2, 3, 4, 5 goes down the line, you start to slowly increase as you start to review the results, right? So I say, for me personally, and the way I advise most of my clients is slow and steady. Build the foundation just like you're building a house, right? You're digging out the ground, you pour the concrete, you slowly start to build the structure, right? And you could build a single family home, a multi-unit home, or you can go skyscraper, right? But without the foundation being there, solid, you have nothing, right? So instead of thinking how to accelerate your business, think slow growth, educate yourself down the process, and work smarter, not harder. Don't put in 80 hours a week if you're just sitting staring at the computer. Create, execute, follow actionable steps. So just to wrap things up, there's no right or wrong here. Just for me personally, I believe in slow growth. Slow and steady wins the race. You have to be super, super careful with fast growth because you have to be able to monitor things to make sure things don't slip through the cracks. And don't listen to the noise. You don't necessarily have to hustle and grind and do all those things. You just need to work smarter. And what does that mean? Well, it's different for everybody. But for me, it's educating myself personally and physically, and making sure that this is sharp right here so that I can evaluate the situation. And if I don't know something myself, to be able to reach out and ask somebody. So my advice for the week is slow and steady wins the race. Do the things that you need to do. Educate yourself and build those steps and plan for the future. Remember, if you're not evolving, you're dying.